Well, the confirmation hearing for Sonia Sotomayor began at the Senate Judiciary Committee on Monday. She, of course, is the nominee to join the Supreme Court to replace the retiring David Souter. The committee is the committee that has jurisdiction over the courts, and this is a old-time American ritual that these justices go before the court, have to sit there and listen to the senators give a lot of speeches, and then they answer their questions, and 9 times out of 10 they're confirmed, as Sotomayor will probably be, barring some unimaginable catastrophe or meltdown. Not that much interesting really happened today, but there are 3 interesting things that I want to talk about, a little bit of which we got a glimmer of today. Other things are going to be happening later in the week. Interesting thing number 1, how negative are the Republicans going to be rhetorically here? They were pretty negative today. It surprised most of the people watching it. For example, Jeff Sessions, senator from Alabama, who's the ranking Republican on the committee, said he could not vote for, and he couldn't see how any senator could vote for somebody who had said some of the things she said.
I will not vote for, and no senator should vote for, an individual nominated by any president who believes it is acceptable for a judge to allow their personal background, gender, prejudices, or sympathies to sway their decision in favor of or against parties before the court. In my view, such a philosophy is disqualifying.
Others followed up in a similar vein, saying some of the same kinds of things, raising questions about this remark she made about being a wise Latina woman and how that can inform her judicial philosophy and ability to make rulings and so on and so forth. This will be an interesting thing to see, because it's obviously for the Republicans a losing fight. They're not going to defeat this nominee. So how negative do they want to go? That's number 1. Interesting thing number 2, and this is one on which I want to see how Sotomayor answers this, because this is something that she hasn't discussed publicly since it was revealed. But do you remember that thing, that video, that piece of tape that emerged a couple of months ago? She was at a panel in California, and she made that remark about judges making policy from the bench.
Court of Appeals is where policy is made. And I know this is on tape, and I should never say that because we don't make law. I know. Okay, I know. I'm not promoting it, and I'm not advocating it.
Okay. We all know that that's actually true, but that's a no-no to admit it publicly. You're just not supposed to say it. So she is undoubtedly going to be asked about that and pressed hard on that, I think. So it'll be very much worth watching to see how she backtracks away from that one. And finally, interesting thing number 3 is the abortion question, because nobody really knows where she stands. I mean, we make these assumptions about her because she's a presumably Democratic and reasonably liberal woman, and our presumptions are probably going to end up being right, but nobody actually knows. So what is she going to be asked about this, and what is she going to say? Again, this is one of those situations where you're not supposed to say what the actual truth of the matter is, so she's not supposed to reveal her views about abortion. She's supposed to say, I will follow the law depending on the particular case that comes before the court and the facts in that case and blah, 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 blah. So that's what she'll do. But, abortion may not even be that big an issue in this. And if you look at the Republicans' witness list, they have a lot more people on their witness list that they want to talk about race and affirmative action and that court case in New Haven than they want to talk about abortion. I don't think they're going to get that far with that New Haven thing, just because they're not going to move Democratic votes away from her over that issue. But abortion is a little more up in the air, and it'll be worth watching. Well, she's going to be confirmed. It's not like there's real high drama in this, but nevertheless, some fascinating things to watch for as the week unfolds.